Hey guys, my name's Melanie Farmer. Welcome to Social Work 642. I'm going to be your instructor this semester, so I just thought I'd take a moment to introduce myself. Um, I am currently employed at Concord as an adjunct for this class. However, I also work full-time at Concord. I'm the Director of Grants and Contracts at Concord, so I handle anything contract related to the university, anything, any grants, federal grants, state grants, all those kind of things um, for the university and our research corporation. So within that, I deal with a lot of research every day, with our faculty wanting to conduct research, evaluative measures for our grants and metrics and so forth. So it kind of fits into, the research world. So here I am. And I've been adjunct with Concord for a little while. You guys may see me again in some other classes. But my overall goal with this class is research. I know is sometimes kind of intimidating, and I really don't want it to be for you guys. Um, my hope is that you pick up the basics of research and have a foundation of knowledge where you can conduct research in the field. Because overall, social work is an evidence-based practice. And the way we continue to be evidence-based is by conducting research for our clients to ensure that the interventions that we're providing to our clients and the things that we do for our clients are effective. Because if they're not effective, then we shouldn't be pursuing those. So the way we find out all that information is through research when we're working with our clients. A lot of times in social work, the most common form would be single subject research, which that's the premise behind our books this semester, and that's what the type of research that I'll probably encourage most of you guys to pursue for your research project in this class. Single subject in the sense that you're working with a client with, for example, schizophrenia, and you want to try a intervention to determine if that will help that particular client, and conducting research to determine if that indeed was effective. We're measuring to see if it made a marked difference in um, the schizophrenia symptoms, or the negative consequences that person's life due to that mental illness. So, that's where single subject kind of comes along. Because a lot of times when we think about research, we think about group design in the sense, you hear on the news about these clinical trials that they're trying a new drug or things like that. But in social work, we have to kind of frame it a little bit differently. While we might be able to do group design and look at populations of folks that we may be working with, more commonly we'll deal with single subject research. That's the premise behind this. The class is intended to build upon itself, meaning that all the assignments are relevant to your research project and will help you kind of build that research project as you go. Your discussion posts, your tests and assignments are just trying to kind of push you in that direction. So keep that in mind as you're working on your assignments, because it will help you down the road as you're compiling all of this together. And on those major parts of your paper that, as you turn, I'm going to try to give you as much feedback as possible so you can have the best possible result. At this point, you can just start thinking about the type of research you may want to do, something you may want to look at. And Module 1 will help you kind of explore some of the basics of research and get you kind of started to think about those kind of things. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through the class. We will have a module roughly every week. There may be a time where we have a module that spans 2 weeks, but most commonly it will be every week. Assignments will be due on Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. I found that that's the best time for most students. You have the kind of the weekend, because I know a lot of you guys are working and have families and a lot of other obligations. So that hopefully that'll help with some of that. There may be maybe one deadline that might fall at the end of the semester during the week, but we try to kind of stick to that Sunday night deadline, unless something crazy comes up, but we'll deal with that as we go. Most assignments will do, be due around that time. As far as late submission, I do allow late submission on the written assignments and the quizzes. The written assignments, I will take late submission up to the last late submission deadline, which is posted in that content folder. And that's the absolute last day I'll take it. You can turn it in up until that point. However, that's with permission. If you have something going on, just let me know. I promise you guys I'm pretty easygoing about things, but the highest possible score you can achieve if you submit it very late is an 89% of the grade or total points possible. So just keep that in mind. Now, discussion posts, completely different story. Discussion posts have to be posted at the time of this discussion. Once the discussion closes, I'm not taking any late submissions. And the reason behind that is the discussion kind of happens in the moment. You submit your thoughts about it. You go back and forth with your classmates. There's a lot of interaction that happens. And when you post after the discussion closes, none of that's happening. You're not getting anything out of it, and your peers aren't getting anything out of it. So, I really stress that you have to get your discussions in on time or you lose those points. And I think the discussions, we have 4 of them, and they're worth 20 points each. So that's a fairly significant portion of your grade. So be sure to stay on top of those discussions, get them done. And they are really beneficial to the project to get you thinking about it, and getting feedback from your peers kind of helps you understand, well, you may think it works, but they might have questions about, well, how are you going to do this? Or how are you going to do this part? And it may help you think it through a little bit more also. So discussions, very important. Okay. Now, I'll tell you guys this all the time, but do not hesitate to call me or email me. I ask that you don't email me through course messages, because course messages are funky sometimes, and they don't always notify me when they come in, on Blackboard. So I prefer you just to email me directly, and my contact information is in the syllabus, but my email is mfarmer@concord.edu. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I try to check my email very regularly, and I hope to get back. I always say 48 hours max, but I usually try to get back to you within a few hours, because it's on my phone. I have it with me all the time, but I try to get back with you guys as quickly as I can. So don't hesitate to reach out, because I would rather hear from you guys than worry, how things are going. So just let me know if you have a question. No question is too crazy or stupid. I mean, just ask, okay? That we're going to have an open dialogue as we move through this class anyway, because moving through and deciding your research topic and things of that nature, we'll need to have some conversations. So just don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me an email, and we can schedule a time and have a conversation. I try to accommodate you if you work during the day, you work 8 to 4 or 8 to 5. We can schedule a time to talk in the evenings, later in the evenings, or we can do during the day. It's whatever works for you. And I am in my office Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. You can always try to reach me there. You may not always get me there, because my schedule is kind of hectic with meetings and various committees and things that I'm on. So, but you can always leave me a message, and I'll try to get back to you. But email is the #1 easiest format. So, but I look forward to a great semester and learning more about you guys, and helping you learn more about research. So you guys take care and enjoy, and check out Module 1. Thanks.